Good morning, everybody. We're going to be continuing our lessons on Onshape, working with drawing 3D parts. However, today we're going to dive a little bit deeper into dimensioning. All right, so we're going to start right here with our assignment, activity 1.2.4, dimensioning standards, scrolling down to our first piece. All right, so the first thing we need to do is do a 3D model of this shape. Everything is in inches. We're using our Onshape software, and then we'll pull it into a multi-view drawing. Once we're there, we'll start to look at the types of dimensioning. In this case, we'll be using Datum and Unidirectional dimensions. All right, back to Onshape. Create a new document. Call this activity 1.2.4. Number 1. All right, hide this toolbar. All right, so let's hide the top and the right side planes so that we're just looking at our front plane and we still have our origin point. Go into sketch mode, select the front plane, front on our view cube so we're looking down on it, and now we're ready to draw. So let's go back to our drawing and see where would be best to start from. So this looks like a large L shape laying on its side with a cut in the top and the bottom. So I would start from this right side face. Right here, extrude it a depth of 1.5 plus a half plus a half. So 2.5 inches deep. All right, that's where I would start. So let's start right down here at this corner. 3.5 inches to the right, 2.5 inches up, 1 inch back to the left. From there, we're going down 2.5 minus 1, so 1.5 inches, and then closing back out our L shape. All right, so line. After saying all that, I forgot what I was doing. So plant it, and let's do 3.5, 2.5, 1. So 3.5, and then we go vertical 2.5. Then we have a thickness of 1. And then we go down 1.5. And then we just tie it to the end. And tie it to the end. Alright. Escape out of our drawing tool. Clean up these dimensions just so you all can see what it looks like. Alright, so there's our L shape. Okay, so let's go into extrude. And remember, we're giving it a depth of 1.5 plus a half plus a half, so 2.5 inches. Look at it from the side, going into the page. 2.5 inches, and green check. Alright, so we got our part. Let's hide this front view. Move this guy to the middle. So we have our part. So now I need to do the cut right here in the tall section and the cut in the low section. So let's start with the cut in the tall section. So I'm going to draw on the back of it right here, or on this right side. Zoomed in so that I'm looking at it, like looking down on it like a sheet of paper. And so that cut is a 1/2 inch from the side, so the left or the right side, and then a 1/2 inch down and 1.5 inches wide. All right, so I'm going to take a line, plant it right here at the corner, and go 0.5, and then I'm going to go down 0.5, to the right 1.5, up, and over. All right, so there is my square, or rectangle, and it's 1.5. It's 0.5 from the side, so it should be 0.5 from this side as well. All right, so let's extrude that. I'm going to look at it from this side. I don't want to add it. I want to remove it. And I don't want to go a depth of 1 inch. I want to go through all. And green check. So now we have our back, little cutout. Let's do our cutout right here on this lower section. So sketch, look down on it from the top, zoom out a little bit, and let's see what we're looking at. So we're 1 inch from the top, 1 inch in from the top. We go in 1.5 inches. It's a 1/2 inch thick, and then we go back out. All right. Same way as we did on the last. Starting up here at this point, 1 inch down, 1.5 inches in, 1/2 inch down, and we can just close it back up. All right. And now we can extrude this little piece. Let's look at it from the side. The other side. All right, so again, we don't want to add, we want to remove, and I want it to go through the whole piece. Green check, perfect. So there we have the same piece. Excellent. So let's pull this into a drawing file. So our little plus sign down here in the corner, plus, create drawing, recently opened, should be ANSI B inch, or if you haven't recently opened it, of the whole list, go to ANSI B inch, or American National Standard Institute, size B, inches drawing file. No views. Okay. Gives us our part from Part Studio. Pulling it in like these. Show top view. Then let's show a right side view. ISO view up here in the corner. And escape out of our projected views. So now I can right click this and say show shaded view. I'm going to double click it, and I'm going to change the scale to 1 to 2. It's a little too big, taking up a little too much room. Green check. Put that up further in the corner. Right now I can right click. And I want to show hidden lines. Show hidden lines. And this one's not going to have any hidden lines. In case you weren't sure, show hidden lines. Alright, so now let's do some dimensioning. And this dimensioning needs to be datum dimensioning and unidirectional. Alright, so if we can go to our PowerPoint, unidirectional dimensioning. Right, the unidirectional method means all dimensions are read in the same direction. And we get a quick little visual of that. Unidirectional dimensions, right? Unlike aligned, where when you pull them out, the words move up and down with the vertical parts and side to side with the horizontal callouts. So dimensions are placed so that they can be read from the bottom of the drawing sheet. This method is commonly used in mechanical drafting. Right, so what else do we need? We need datum dimensioning. So let's scroll through here. Datum dimensioning. Datum dimensioning. Dimensions from a single point of origin called a datum. Reduces dimensional deviations in manufactured parts because each size, location, dimension is referenced to a single point. Right, and what do I mean by a single point? Right down here is the datum. So kind of like the origin. So everything is called back to the origin, how far away it is from the origin. All right, again, how tall it is from the origin, or in this case, from our datum. So let's see if we can label our drawing with datum dimensioning. So let's say that I use this point right here. Right, so this point and this point. This is going to be our datum. Let's do that. Move this down a little bit. Go into my dimensioning tool. And I want to go from here to here. Right there in the middle. And then I want to go from here to here. Alright. And then if this is still my datum or my origin point, I can go from here to here. Alright, that shows how deep that cut is, because I have the overall height right here, and then I have that cut right there. And then again, if this is my origin point, I can show this to this. I can show this to this. And then I can show this to this. Alright, so all of those are highlighted, and then if I can show the width of this, still using my same datum point. Nope, don't want you. This to this. And then I can show the total width. Actually, let's escape out of that. If this is my datum point, I would rather show the total width down here, from here to here. Alright, there is unidirectional datum dimensioning. I can move this piece to clean it up a little bit, get it a little bit further away from my title box. And there it is. So if this is my datum, this is my datum, and this down here is my datum. Everything is called out so that I can draw this piece. What am I missing? I'm missing the depth of here. Alright, and the depth of that. So this is my datum. To there. And my datum to there. Alright, now I have everything. So everything's from one point, and we are good to go. Alright, thank you for joining.